arrow points came with the introduction of the bow. The exact nature of the transition from the use of the atlatl or the spear thrower to the bow is not known. Collins points are small and relatively narrow, side-notched arrow points with slightly convex or straight bases. Blades are triangular with straight or convex edges. Many examples have an extended needle-like distal end. Occasionally appear to have been used as drills or reamers. Raw material of the type is primarily tan chert, or the nearest convenient gravel source. In areas near outcrops of quartzite of the Kosciuszko Formation in central and northern Mississippi, however, Kosciuszko quartzite is heavily used, in some cases constituting the only raw material on certain sites. Aborted preforms indicate that in many cases Collins points were made from relatively thick pebbles or thick flakes. A peculiar situation, which will be discussed further talking about Madison points. Most specimens of the type were apparently heat treated, as was previously stated above. The Collins point is considered one of the earlier forms of the arrow point in Mississippi and Louisiana. The earliest date for the type is unknown, but may be around AD 400 to 500. This is my personal collection. Collins is one of my favorite points. Some of these are the finest ones I've found around bases of trees, caving in dirt under roots of trees, and finding these on a site that I have that is actually a woodland site, going from one end of the woodland period all the way to the other. The Collins Point falls into the late woodland period. There's a lot of things I have coming from my site, including pottery, are coming from early woodland, some late archaic, but with the Pontchartrain and the Flint Creek position coming in there, we're getting a lot of things from the early woodland and then falling over into these Collins, which is right before Mississippian and one of the earliest, I think the earliest arrow point, they say. We also find Bayou Gula, which falls over into the Mississippian period too, which the site is a transitional multicultural site. These Collins points very seldom go over 1.75 inches long, and probably not ever 3/8 wide. The tip kind of chiseled the tip down to a fine point, and all of them seem to be heated up on the tip. And they're very finely made, some of the best ones. Collins types seem to have entered what is now Mississippi at about the same time as the Madison type, which comes after it. It seems to have been replaced by Madison and therefore became obsolete rather quickly. The departure will never be known precisely, but it may have been prior to AD 1000. Coming up, we can see the drill. I have two drills. One's broken. This one here is one of the finest pieces I've found in 2020. During the COVID time, I did a lot of digging. Everybody was supposed to socially distance from each other. Well, I socially distanced into my dig. This is showing Louisiana, where we're from. The next view is going to be of the region. The region's coming up is the northeast Louisiana, south east Arkansas circle there where these Collins points were originally found. They were talking about earlier the Kosciuszko formation with the Kosciuszko quartzite. I'm not sure what this drill's made of. I have to study the geology on it further. Range falling into this range of 500 to 1700 AD, which is probably earlier, like the 500 range, early woodland, but they find them in sites that go on over touching the Mississippian range. The range here is falling into the Baytown Coles Creek culture, which I have that type of pottery here too, and that makes sense. This is a drill picture I took in a piece of pottery. That's what these drills could probably be used for, are drilling leather. But this is a perfect example of falling over into drilling these holes in these pottery bowls and such. Something this particular drill could have been used for. I think the pottery is older than the drill in this particular instance, but that's showing what the drill could be used for. This drill is probably, according to the pictures, probably not even 2 inches long. The other one that was broken was almost the exact same thing, and I never did find the other tip to it yet. But if I keep going that direction in the dig, I most likely will find it. You never know. The flood zone there it's been flooded so many times, things are all over the place. Hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoy what we're putting out, share the video, like, subscribe. It's all free. I'm going to keep putting it out. I'm studying my collection as I'm doing this and sorting my collection out. I'm having a good time doing it. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. We're looking forward to hearing from you. Hope you enjoyed it.